Basically, I'm obsessed with the Sopranos, especially Carmela Soprano, who I think is the most incredible, like, anti-heroine. I love her. So she was my muse, I guess, when I was thinking about putting the kitchen together. Just what would Carmela Soprano do if she had taste and if she lived in NW3? So this idea of kind of having little jeweled accents. So I wanted to use gold. I was very clear about using gold panelling as flashback. So I worked with Dominic Schuster to create these really beautiful, almost slightly fox aged gold panels with beveled edge.
I love Jo Berryman's style. This is the third house of hers I've photographed, and I've seen her style develop and evolve over the years. Although she's an interior designer, she never does anything like design by numbers. It's all organic from the heart, and it's developing all the time. I know she hates the word eclectic, but it kind of is, because it's a bit of this, a bit of that, but beautifully put together.
I bought the house in 2008, and I was drawn to the light initially, and also the fact that we're not overlooked, and we don't really overlook any other houses, except for a little church hall that's positioned right at the back of the garden, which is totally beautiful. And sometimes of an afternoon you can hear the little tinkling of the piano and hear the girls practicing their ballet steps. Initially, when I first bought the property, it was mainly just a decorative overhaul, but recently I decided to really change the property on a kind of structural, but also in light of my expanding family, I decided to extend. So I worked with a great architect, Takeru Shimazaki, who is a good friend, and he has that wonderful Japanese sensibility where he's very conscious of kind of small spaces and how to kind of extract as much space from sort of quirky little nooks and crannies. I wanted complete containment, but also openness. So it's kind of paradoxical, really, because we practically live on this subterranean level. So it was important for me to kind of create the polar opposite to that. So I really wanted to create the opposite to subterranean dwelling, which within this kitchen and living and dining space, it's become a real sort of family. Yeah, I mean, it's where we live predominantly most of the time. So I wanted to kind of go up and create almost like it feels like a treehouse insertion. I mean, a lot of people have these quite petite, bijou little patio gardens. So I thought, actually, I think it's actually quite a beautiful feature. So I've turned my garden into a bit of a garden room. And I've got this great fiberglass concrete Chesterfield that I put out there that you can just leave out there forever, and it just kind of gets better over time. But on a lovely day, it's just quite nice to kind of open the doors and just feel like, well, we've got a teeny tiny garden because it's outdoors, but it's actually an extension of the main living space. Quite an arduous process, but it's been really enjoyable, and I'm just so thrilled with the result. And just the house feels like mine. It really feels like I've really made my mark on it, and I just think it will age well over time.